Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Mr. Thuận class. How are you today? I'm great. Thank you. Are you ready to start a new lesson with me? Let's go. So, as you can see here, today we are going to learn about lesson 5, reading. So that means we are going to practice reading skill. Now, let's go. So now before we start a new lesson, I am going to show you the pictures. And now students, please look at the pictures and tell me where it is. So now this is the first one. So student, where is it? Can you tell me? Easy, right? This is the Fansipan Mountain. Fansipan Mountain. And the next picture is go. Wow, what a wonderful picture, right? And this is the cave. I think so, but what's the name of the cave here? Who knows? Let's see. All right, so this is Son Dong Cave. Son Dong Cave. And how about this picture? Is it easy? I can see the river here. So of course, this is the Đồng Nai River. Đồng Nai River. And how about this one? I can see a lot of tall buildings here. But how about the name? Let's see. Kang Nam Hanoi Landmark Tower. This place is very famous. All right, so class, the reading today is about the Vietnam records, Vietnam's records. So, in order to know more information about the places that I showed you before, let's have a look at the reading. So, this is our reading. And before we start listening the reading and answer some questions about the reading in the practice or the exercise below, we are going to ask and answer some questions relating to the reading. And this is the first one. How many pictures in the reading class? Of course, let's see. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there are 4 pictures, right? The second one is, what are they? Easy. So the first picture is Fansipan Mountain. The second one is about Son Dong Cave. The next one is Đồng Nai River. And the last one is Landmark Tower. Have you ever been there, class? Have you ever been there? Unluckily, I haven't. Unluckily, I haven't. And the last question is, do you know any information about one of them? Do you know any information about one of them? If not, let's go. Let's read the reading, listen and read to know more about the information of the pictures here. Now, students, let's listen.
Listening 87. Listen and read.
Vietnam's records. Here are some interesting facts about Vietnam.
The highest mountain in Vietnam is Phan Xipang. It is 3,143 meters high. Phan Xipang is near Sapa in the north of Vietnam. There are many different types of flowers and animals.
Vietnam has one of the largest caves in the world. It is called Son Dong, and it is 8.9 kilometers long. The cave is so big that it has its own river. It is very famous around the world.
The longest river in Vietnam is the Đồng Nai River. Many Vietnamese people live and work on the river in the south of Vietnam. There are many types of plants, fish, and birds that live near the river.
Gangnam Hanoi Landmark Tower is the tallest building in Vietnam. The building is in Hanoi and it has 72 floors. The building was finished in 2011. It has restaurants, offices, and hotels inside it.
Okay, so now let's repeat after me. Vietnam's records. Here are some interesting facts about Vietnam. The highest mountain in Vietnam is Phan Xipang. It is 3,143 meters high. Phan Xipang is near Sapa in the north of Vietnam. There are many different types of flowers and animals. Vietnam has one of the largest caves in the world. It is called Sơn Đồng, and it is 8.9 kilometers long. The cave is so big that it has its own river. It is very famous around the world. The longest river in Vietnam is the Đồng Nai River. Many Vietnamese people live and work on the river in the south of Vietnam. There are many types of plants, fish, and birds that live near the river. Gangnam Hanoi Landmark Tower is the tallest building in Vietnam. The building is in Hanoi and it has 72 floors. The building was finished in 2011. It has restaurants, offices, and hotels inside it. And now, let's move on to the vocabulary here. So, from the readings, I am going to show you some new words. The first one is word. So, everybody say word, word. The second one is cave, cave. The third one is river, river. And this one we have building, building. And this picture, easy, right? Of course, we have island, island. And now students, please have a look at the reading here. So Mr. Thịnh, I will give you 1 minute to look at the reading carefully and quickly. 1 minute, go. All right, so now let's start with the communicative activity. So now, Mr. Thịnh, I need 2 students. One will ask and one will answer the question. So, number 1, the question is, what's the highest mountain in Vietnam? Who can answer the question for me? Of course, from the reading, the highest mountain in Vietnam is Phan Xipang, right? How high is it? It's 3,143 meters high. The next question is, what's the largest cave in Vietnam? Of course, the largest cave in Vietnam is Sơn Đồng. How long is it? It's 8.9 kilometers long. The next one is, what's the tallest building in Vietnam? So, from the reading, the tallest building in Vietnam is Gangnam Hanoi Landmark Tower. But now, it's not correct. It's not correct now. because the reading is written from many years ago. But now, the tallest building in Vietnam is Landmark 81. It's in Bình Thạnh district. So, remember please. How many floors does it have? It has 72 floors, right? And this question, what's the longest river in Vietnam? The longest river in Vietnam is Đồng Nai River. Is it in the north of Vietnam? No, it isn't. It's in the south. Okay, so this is the end of our lesson today. So before we end up the lesson, Mr. Thịnh, I will give you the homework. Please take note. The first thing is review the lesson number 5. Please read the reading again and learn about the new words. The second thing is finish the worksheet number 5. So there are 2 things that you need to remember. For one thing, review the lesson 5. For another, finish the worksheet 5. Thanks for watching and listening. I'll see you next time.